What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about excitement for Gotham Knights. Pretty ambiguous, pretty open topic, but I want to talk about something I've noticed, making these videos, talking to you guys on the internet as these months have gone on. I tend to do this from time to time, try to do like a little checkup on how people are feeling. I feel like excitement is coming back very heavily for this game. That's my kind of statement, and you guys, I want you to let me know, if it's true or if it's false, right? I feel like, and it kind of follows the waves of a normal game. Now, this is not necessarily the most normal game considering it was announced. It was shown quite heavily, which almost suggests it's supposed to release right after, especially with the track record WB Games has. Then it's delayed, or then we think it's delayed. Then it really is delayed. Then it's delayed indefinitely. So all of these things happen, and it's killed excitement. Like, there's no doubt about it. Everybody, I think kind of feels it. So, is it normal for games to get announced and then disappear for a year and then come back, and excitement to drop during that year and then pick back up and then drop again and then pick, that kind of wave-like structure? Yes, that's normal. Is it as normal? Again, this situation, I think, is a little different versus what we have gotten from franchises that I kind of think of, that I normally point for like comparison. So I would say excitement is back. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my eyes, literally looking at YouTube and looking at just people's engagement. I'm honestly, I do want to say this. I mean, I'm honored, and that sounds like a cheesy word, but I'm so happy when I see people say, like, maybe I'm the only one, or maybe I'm one of the only ones that, keeps you guys into the hype for the game. That means the world to me, and I don't take that lightly. I love making these videos, and I know, Jay, obviously, Slick Muff, all these guys, they've done it too, and I think we have done our part. I think we've done it perfectly, as well as we possibly can, at keeping conversation around this game going. So I'd like to give them credit. Maybe I'll give myself credit a little bit too. But we are entering now that phase where we're coming out of the darkness, right? We've been in Kingdom Hearts, like literally we've been in the realm of darkness. We haven't found the door yet, and that's where we've been for quite a while with this game. Ever since they we're doing some sort of marketing promotion kind of thing, teasing, showing us the gear. Then they're like, okay, well, that's kind of all we planned. We thought we'd show the game again by now, so I guess we have to stop for like the next 6 or so months. And that's literally what's just happened. But here we are. I believe this video goes up on the 30th, so we're a couple days away from August. Now, last August was the one. Maybe I can do a special video on the 1-year anniversary of seeing Gotham Knights. Maybe that would be fun. But we're approaching 1 year, which is actually kind of depressing if you think about it the wrong way. Or not. Maybe it's not even wrong to think about it. But I think we all have our eyes set to October, right? And I think we have had our eyes set to October for a while, for a couple months, ever since DC Fandom was announced again. And even though E3, there was that moment in time where I think it could have been possible when we didn't know what the heck WB Games was doing because communication was horrible. So I think there was a little bit of hope for E3, but still with the backdrop of, okay, well, if it's not there, it's at DC Fandom. And so I think everybody kind of just assumes and expects and hopes that it is at DC Fandom. And so all that's left now is going through the months. So I think naturally, as July has gone through, people have gotten more, excited. As August will go through, people are going to get pumped. As September goes through, now I believe DC Fandom's like the 16th of October, somewhere like, almost directly in the middle of it. So, September is really that lead in, because once you hit October, like, you only have two or so weeks left, right? So September, I think, is going to be massive too. It's exciting. It's exciting to see what's seemingly, at least from analytic point of view, right? Seeing video numbers and stuff. It's cool to see people almost coming back. And maybe I'm reading into that wrong. Maybe I'm making better topics or better, content in general, and more people are watching it. Maybe YouTube's spreading it out more. But I get the sense that that's not true. I get the sense that more people are just kind of returning, which is awesome. And I was almost thinking of talking about like Batman not being in it. Obviously, Batman not being in it immediately punched a hole in the community and when I say that, like, it punched a hole, and where the fist hit, a bunch of people got knocked out, and then everybody else that didn't get punched in the face, they're still around. So I was thinking of maybe that as a topic, but that has to do with this one too. Look, I don't think Well, as I've said, I'm okay with the direction they've taken. I do think Batman will actually still be in it, which doesn't seem like the most popular opinion even right now. But I still think he'll be in it more than maybe people think. And ultimately, and I said this actually when it first happened, I get it if you are off the train immediately. If when you saw this, you're like, okay, Batman's dead. It's not it's not focusing on him. I'm done. I'm not going to support it. This isn't the game I want. I don't think that's a problem. Now, I think trying to make a game something that you want, that actually, that's a thing that happens quite often in the gaming industry that I violently kind of protest, in terms of words. So I respect people who jumped off. And what does that have to do with this stuff? Well, I do think factually we are dealing with a smaller group than we would have if this was like an Arkham game, or if this was Batman Gotham Knights and Batman was one of the four, or he was the leader of the four and you could play as him or whatever. I do just think factually there's less people here right now than there would have been. And that sucks, and that's something that, I don't know that for a fact. That's just kind of my vibe of it. That's kind of how I feel. It could very well turn out to be not true. These games could outsell the Arkham games. I don't think they will, but we will, we'll have to, that'll be very interesting. We'll have to see how it goes. But I'm pumped. We're entering August. And also, in terms of even what I like to do, right? Like, I love looking at leaks. I love looking at rumors. Now, the issue is a lot of the stuff regarding WB Games, which is Gotham Knights, Hogwarts, NetherRealm's game, Rocksteady, all that stuff. A lot of those end up just being like fans that are trying to get people to talk about them. So and to their credit, it does work because I do make videos talking about it. So what is exciting and maybe slightly annoying for you guys is that over the next, I would say, 2 months, prepare for leaks. And when I say that, I'm saying prepare for leaks that some may turn out to be true, some may turn out to be totally just lies and just trying to get people's attention, right? A couple days ago, we talked about NetherRealm's Marvel game, if that ends up happening, and a roster leak. Roster leaks, I would say, are 99% of the time fake, which I kind of know, and I say it immediately in the video because it's just something that's kind of common. But expect that. I would say expect that. I would say over the next couple months, villains. For Gotham Knights, it tends to be villains. Oh, here's the villain list for the game. Nobody knows who the villains are, okay? Those people are all kidding themselves. So, I think we will find out relatively soon, but just prepare for that. I think we're going to have an awesome August. I think we're going to have an awesome September. And then really, September is the big one because September will lead right into October as the natural order of months go. And then DC Fandom is right there. And obviously, look, if it's not at DC Fandom, I think people literally will riot no matter what the state of the world is. It doesn't matter what's outside, right? What's going on through the air. People are going to riot. And that's a problem. But no, I really think it'll be a DC Phantom. I don't think we have to worry about that. So it's really now just a countdown. There's got to only be, like 70, 80 days left until DC Phantom. So, like, we're definitely getting there. And the years go by. Trust me, they go by very, very fast, especially as you get and I'm not even that old, but they go by faster, I think, the older you get. I'm going to be keeping these videos up, again, doing them weekly, unless I see something, even more, and then I'll cover that as well. So make sure, if you haven't already and you made it this far, well, thank you very much. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. All my social media stuff is in the description, which includes Patreon, includes YouTube memberships if you guys want to support us there. Obviously would greatly appreciate it. You guys rock. Some of you guys have been around throughout everything, even during the darkest of times and when there was absolutely no excitement like whatsoever. We weren't even close to any announcement. Some of you guys were there, and I really, really appreciate it. And then for those that are coming back, welcome back. Again, we're going to have an awesome couple months, and once, stuff comes out about this game, it's just going to get even more crazy, okay? So thank you for watching. I hope to see you all on the next video.